Dr. Abdullah, the chairperson of Afghanistan's High Council for National Reconciliation and a key member of the Afghan negotiating team. He's joining us live from Doha. Dr. Abdullah, thank you very much for being with us here on TRT World. Now, first up, a quite simple question. Why can't a ceasefire now be agreed?
I would say that we discussed much broader issues related to the peaceful settlement than just ceasefire. A need ceasefire might happen, but the main focus was on much broader issues than just focusing on a ceasefire.
And those broader issues then, sir, what does peace with the Taliban look like for the Afghan government side?
Of course, it will have different steps involved. We need to agree on a roadmap between now and until such a time that we have an end state, which is agreed upon already, based on which mechanism we move from now to the permanent settlement, which is the end state. So the discussions here at the different level, at the level of the senior leaders, the aim of this was to expedite the process. You said it in your introduction, and also from our side, to assure the Taliban that we are determined, and also we are flexible. But the choice is not the continuation of the war in intensification of the war. The choice is to use the opportunities for peace and peaceful settlement in much better ways, and we are unified in that position. And I think that aim was achieved, and we got more clarity about the views of each other about the way forward.
I mean, credit must be given for discussions going on, but I guess people in Afghanistan will still be concerned that there is still death and there is still a lot of fighting going on. And this peace that we discuss with the Taliban, this end state that you mentioned, Dr. Abdullah, does that involve the Taliban as part of an Afghan government?
Of course, in a situation that we agree on a power sharing arrangement, they would be part of the Afghan state, and then the future, moving towards the elections, they can compete for the elections, they can contest, and these are the things that needs to be discussed and needs to be agreed upon. If you're asking me, that was there progress in getting closer to an agreement on those issues, unfortunately, it might take another round or more rounds, and I understand. And I've come from Afghanistan and return back to Afghanistan. Will return back to Afghanistan today. I see the urgency with the people of Afghanistan, okay, but it requires both sides, flexibility from both sides, and hopefully this will be recognized. At least it was agreed upon that we will expedite the process, because with the pace that it was going, it has been going in the past few months, and also with the intensification of the war, the people of Afghanistan are very concerned, and they think that we might continue to see the war lasting forever.
And in the eventuality that you portray there, Dr. Abdullah, where there will be some kind of power-sharing agreement, what do you say to the women's rights and the women more broadly of Afghanistan who are gravely concerned that any power-sharing deal with the Taliban will see their rights curtailed severely?
Yeah, that's very important. I've listened to the women groups, not just since I've assumed my responsibility as chair of the High Council for National Reconciliation, but throughout, and we have been part of these changes which has made in achievements that are there in Afghanistan. And it's the women's rights, it's human rights, it's the liberties, freedom of speech, civil society, private sector, all together, the right of the people as a whole, the right for political participation. All of these are achievements of the people of Afghanistan, and as a result of the sacrifices by the people of Afghanistan. And those cannot be reversed. Yes, of course, Taliban have different ideas about it, and we have different ideas. Can we get together while maintaining our views about these issues and work together in a system and contest for our ideas through the will of the people, through the votes of the people, peacefully, not by resorting to violence. And that was our message. Our message was that we will not convert to Taliban overnight, or the people of Afghanistan will not convert to Taliban, majority of them. Some might be supporting Taliban way of life. At the moment, I think that's minority. Why not contest for our ideas peacefully rather than fighting forever? Because if there is one lesson from our modern history in the past 42 years, there is no military solution, and there is no winner in war. And
sorry
also,
to interrupt you.
I believe that there are no losers in inclusive peaceful settlement.
Certainly not, Dr. Abdullah, yes. But I do put to you that trying to have a peaceful conclusion with an organization like the Taliban may well be a fool's errand, sir.
Okay, if they don't want that kind of reconciliation, if they don't show flexibility, that will mean that they have an agenda which are saying that we are either achieving it through military means or through negotiations. That will not happen if they insist only on their agenda. Yes, one part of their agenda, we have no objection. Contest for your ideas peacefully, not through violence. And let's come to an arrangement so we can live together in peace with different ideas. If that is not achieved, of course, that means that one side is prescribing a continuation of the war, which will be unfortunate. So that's why it's important, despite slow progress in the past 10 months, despite what was not achieved in the past 48 hours, what the people of Afghanistan expected, that we need to continue to engage. We need to continue to talk to one another, and with the hope that we see the beginning of the end of this endless conflict.
And sir, I must just put to you then finally, the situation in Pakistan with the assaulting and the kidnapping of Afghanistan's envoy to that country, just how does that complicate what you guys are trying to achieve right now in Doha?
Apart from what is happening in Doha, that was, when I heard about it, I was shocked. I was in deep shock, I should say. Something unbelievable, incomprehensible has happened, unfortunately. It has a very adverse impact on the people of Afghanistan, but it needs to be addressed rightly. So it had a very negative impact on the feelings of the people of Afghanistan.
And you'll be speaking to the Pakistani government about it?
The governments, the two governments have their own channels. My engagements will be mainly on the issue of reconciliation. But if there was an opportunity that I talk on these issues, that issue is very much in my mind.
Absolutely. Okay, Dr. Abdullah, Head of the High Council for National Reconciliation, appreciate your time with us today, sir, and the very best of luck in all of your work. Thank you.